Hey guys, so Tears of the Kingdom comes out in like a day. It's Wednesday right now, and I'm sure as soon as Friday hits, 12 o'clock Friday in the they're gonna just start streaming. Um, but this person is followed by one of the people I follow. Her name's Ellie, um, and Ellie. I'm gonna be talking about this, but Ellie, it's really cool what she's doing. She's making like this like a brand new like Pokemon Red game type thing, and some of the maps are just really, really nice. Like this one, we've got welcomes you to Periwinkle Town, known only to the richest Kanto residents. The small mountain village is treasured for its hotel, which doubles as a battle mason for its visitors. The color periwinkle blue is also known as lavender blue, so beware of ghosts. Um, she's making her own like essentially. I think she said it's like a sequel to Pokemon 2. um, so making their own Pokemon variants and stuff like that. But some of these maps that she's making are just really, really cool. Um, so like here we've got the rock tunnel, really cool. A lot more aesthetic to it. Pallet Town, which looks amazing. You've got normally this down here really isn't much anything. You go down here and you get to Cinnabar Island. And then this over here, that's completely new. If you go into the games, there's nothing over here. But then you see like right there, you can go into the forest. Um, it just, I'm eager to see what this looks like. Um, when she's done with it. The Route 22. We got this one's really cool. So this is Giovanni's gym in Viridian City, and if you remember, Giovanni's gym was pretty plain. But he's like a ground rock type and all that. He's got like Rhydon and Nidoqueen and all that. So I love the fact that the gym kind of reflects the ground type and the rock type. It still keeps the little puzzle that you have to do, but it's just more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. There's a nice amount of greenery. They've got little puddles or something right there, or a little like pond type things. It's really cool, and I can't wait to see something completely new. Diglett's Maze. Um, you can kind of select your own kind of like a custom creation type thing. Let's see, invite you to the quaint little Mount Moon Square, nested within the snowy mountainous landscape. A small tourist destination sits. Whether you arrive through caves below or take a gondola lift from Pewter City, enjoy some hot chocolate at the cozy gift shop. So very like foggy, very heavy with snow. Got this nice little windmill right there with I love the lighting coming from. It's so beautiful. Um, can you feel the crisp, cold air of Pokemon Red 2's Pewter City, covered in an endless fall of snow? It's a beautiful travel destination. Whether you're here to challenge the gym, cultivate ice root carrots, play in the snow, or just the warm in, there's something for everyone. So Pewter City, Brock's gym right there, the Pokemon Center, um, the museum right there, and a couple added buildings, and then the route that we all know right there. Um, Meridian City looks amazing. You got that the broken building right there, like the gym center, the mart. And then right here, the path that normally leads up to the Pokeball right there. It's got a house in front of it that goes to the Pokemon League. But I love what the game looks like. But I'm not here to talk about that. This guy right here, Bill Sue, does like Zelda Pokemon fusions, and here's one of them I think is just absolutely amazing. So let me lower that a little bit. All right, so Tellstone, Gossip Stone Pokemon type, Stone Spirit, which makes sense. Um, Length 3 feet, which yeah, the Gossip Stones you can see they're pretty tall. Link is probably about 5 feet or so, 5'4", 5'5". So when he stands next to them, weight 500 pounds. This Pokemon resides unmoving in random places throughout Hyrule. Its wisdom on the land is unremarkable. It seems to house spiritual energy used to power ancient Sheikah technology. So I love the whole idea of the Sheikah, the Gossip Stones kind of housing spirits rather than just like Sheikah ancient energy and all that. Um, this this is so cool. The Hyrulean unknown. So it's just unknown in this in Sheikah, the Sheikah Eye. So unknown Sheikah symbol Pokemon type Hyrule, length a foot, 1 foot 8 inches, 11 pounds. Battle ability symbol of the Sheikah. So I mean, it would probably that would be ability, and it's shaped like the Sheikah Eye. It might be like a foresight kind of thing, because the Sheikah Eye allows you to see the truth and stuff like that, or things that are hidden. So this Pokemon is a symbol to the people that represents truth and the will to achieve any goal by any means necessary. It can be found at various locations throughout Hyrule, which that is just so cool. The flames though on that thing. Oh yeah, Daddy Dwarf right there. Good old Daddy Dwarf. Everyone's so stoked that Ganondorf got a remake. This is so cool. So this one says we're close to the Tears of the Kingdom, guys. 72 hours remain. Dawn of the first day. 72 hours remain. But then we have Yamask, and it's got Majora's Mask. Simple enough. That just looks amazing. And then like a Hylian, almost like a Paradox Pokemon, a Lunatone, but it's the moon from Majora's Mask. It says stone, even though time isn't actual, but if it was stone and psychic, but I mean, just how many? Wonder how many more. Lazora, Zora Pokemon. They are the best swimming Pokemon that exist in Hyrule. They use ice, which was their weakness, as a weapon. The ice is as sharp as steel and can leave devastation in their wake. So it seems like, oh, battle ability, Vengeful Blizzard, Water Ice, 5'9", 150 pounds. They use ice, which was their weakness. So that's really cool that they took, and evolution, especially in Zelda, that's not unusual. We see after Wind Waker, there are no Zoras really. We see a Zora, but they're dead. All the Zora had to evolve because they were freshwater Zora, and suddenly the world's being flooded with salt water. So the Zora, instead of staying in the water, evolved to, you know, so they got wings and stuff like that. Um, so we know that evolution happens. We know that the Koroks are evolved from the Kokiri, and it seems like in both timelines, regardless of the flooding, that Koroks will exist. Because Breath of the Wild takes place like 10,000 years in the future, even further, and they have Koroks. So it seems like the natural evolution for some reason because the Kokiri want to leave the forest, but they're like, oh, if we go out there, we'll die and all that. So what better way to leave the forest and explore than by turning into little tiny little creatures that can fly around. They're extremely light. They can take seeds and plant them all over. So it seems like the Koroks were kind of the natural evolution for the Kokiri regardless. Especially with the Deku Tree gone, no longer under his protection. Although they still had the Deku Tree sprout, but a Dexcyple, Twilight Hybrid. Huh. I love it's kind of got like the hood of like Decidueye. Decidueye's got that little hood looking thing and the cape, and Forest Twilight 7-3. Wow. It's a big baby. Battle ability, Twilight Fog. Dexiple are as swift as lightning. Empowered by twilight fog energy, they can move through the shadow to stalk their prey. Some say it's no longer part of the Deku species. That is really cool. I mean, and they also kept a lot of the Deku aesthetic to it. You can see the mouth, the classic Deku mouth that, where they can spit the nuts from and all that. Got the leaves. You got the little sticks and leaves as weapons. But they're made of like this ethereal energy. So it seems like the almost like up here is just actual solid, and then it's just kind of almost like it's a dead Deku, and then this ethereal energy just kind of reanimated it and gave it this form. That's really cool. And then last week, yep, Gorkano, Death Mountain Pokemon, Fire and Stone. Jesus, 15 feet. That's a big baby. 13, almost 1,400 pounds. Battle ability, Pillars of Eruption. That's really cool. And I love that. Actually, do they all? Let's see. I don't think they do. No. I mean, maybe somewhere else on them, but Gorkano is the only one with the race's symbol. Right. Just right there, front and center. That's so cool. I love this. It looks like Death Mountain. It's even got the ring of smoke circling. That is so cool. Type Firestone makes sense. Gorkano are massive in size compared to Gorox. I'm guessing that's its previous evolution. They also appear quite different since they are covered in rock from Death Mountain. When threatened, an explosion erupts from their back. Entei, I think you might have some competition, buddy. I mean, Entei apparently, according to its Pokedex, when it roars, it can make volcanoes erupt. Then again, so that would mean, since this is a volcano Pokemon, if Entei was to roar, this thing would just erupt. That doesn't sound very good. Oh my god. Taking a Stowlord. Oh, that is so cool. That is... So Stowlord is probably one of the most unique bosses in Zelda. You get to the Arbiter's Ground, and he's the final boss, and there are just so many questions about him. Where did he come from? How did he get there? Was he like an actual dragon when he was alive? I'm like, where did the sword come? But it's such a unique fight, and they use the I was about to say the fidget spinner. No, but they use the spinner so well with it. So the fight starts out that he summons like a bunch of undead soldiers, and you got to kind of like make your way to his spine and knock out his spinal column. And then afterwards, the middle part raises up, and then you kind of jump back and forth with the spinner. You're riding the spinner, you're jumping back and forth. And it gets to a point where he's shooting fireballs, but then you get to a point where you get close enough to hit him in the, with the spinner. He'll fall to the ground. You get down and hit the sword right there, and you just boom, boom. He gets back up, lather, rinse, repeat. But he is such a cool boss, and the pit he's in is just all sand. So for him to be, a sand type or something like that, ground, sand, whatever you want to call it, that's so good. That is so freaking good. Ooh, is that Volvagia? Oh, that is dope as hell. Goma, Armageddon, Bug, and Metal. Yeah, I can see that. Sentient. So it's like Lionel. That's really cool. Oh. No. It's so sweet. Let's see, what is this? The input design. I love young Impa. It's just so badass. Hyrule and Honedge, the Demon Sword Pokemon. I mean, not as refined as the other ones, but I mean, these are just kind of like rough. Hyrule and the Silhouette Pokemon. Hyrule and Ditto. I would love to see almost like a Gengar type version because people are thinking that Gengar is Clefairy's shadow because the so many similarities. But I would love to see like this dark version of like Ditto. People are like, oh yeah, the Dittos are experiments, like Mew experiments that have failed. I would love to see a darker version of it, like maybe some of them go bad, not just fail, but they go bad. Or have this as like well then again, it was made in Kanto, so there wouldn't be regional variants. Best addition in any game, being able to pick up the cats. They got Pikmin. Let's see, anything else? The Bokoblins and Moblins and ooh, Guard Edge. Nice. That's really cool. Spin. Oh, Hyrulean Manaphy. That's cute. He's like, give me a hug. Give me a hug, man. Give me a hug. Zonagon. Zonagon. So it's the Zonai constructs. That's really cool. Stone Dragon. I mean, it's got this giant dragon head right there. These are really, really cool, and all leakers will be sent here for eternity. The Death Sword. And that's another boss that just like out of nowhere, you this boss just appears and it's essentially like the Grim Reaper kind of looking thing. It's skeletal, it's got this robe on, he's like hovering and floating around the arena, and then you gotta hit. It's just so cool. It's like, how did it get here? Where did it come from? And you could tell it's bad. It's got all these tags and everything to prevent it from escaping. So whatever this was previously, maybe while it was alive, was pretty bad to the point where they were so scared of this thing that they had to use tags to seal it to make sure it didn't escape. So, oh, scrapped Midna designs, kind of like a little Marsh Shadow thing. That's actually really adorable. It's Marsh Shadow, but Midna. I love Midna. People have wanted Midna to come back, but she's not. I don't think they're going to bring Midna back anytime soon. Okay, so this is the Goroks. Those are so cute. Burn, drown, and root. That's really cute. Ooh, Morvathan. So Morpheal from Twilight Princess. That boss is annoying. It's not annoying. It's just I don't like underwater bosses at all. If it's underwater or anything at all doing with water, I no, don't like it. That's really cool. It stays true to like the design of Morpheal, because Morpheal is just like a giant worm. They've got the things coming out, but very much like a Pokemon. It's got a very dragon, Gyarados-esque type body or feel to it. It's really cool. Cubone Death Form. The Death Sword Cubone. Oh my god. That is a dark and ghost. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. It'd be great if they gave him like a little miniature death, the sword. Oh my god. Let's see. Zonai. Zonai Construct Scout Pokemon. Stone. Ability. Battle ability. Battery. These Pokemon are the result of Zonai people's constructs coming to life after the Great Paradox. They watch over the Sky Islands that float above the Akala province to warn off intruders. Zonite. Battle ability Fuse. These Pokemon, constructing after a great paradox, they defend islands they reside on by fusing together makeshift weapons from scraps, which is ability. Zonagon. Okay, so this was a final form. Draconic Zonai construct Pokemon. Stone Dragon. Battle ability Draconic Revenge. They are infused with draconic energy and hold many weapons. I mean, again, we see constructs, they've got that green energy flowing through them, staying true to what the constructs in the game look like, but making them very much look like something from Pokemon. And Impidimp, I love Impidimp. That's so cool. Oh, what's this little one? Oh, that is adorable. Is that a chew? Like a bomb chew? Let's see. I'm guessing it's a bomb chew. You know, you got the end, the tail right there. It's a fuse right there. And if you look at bomb chews, they've got the diamonds. They've got like the yellow goldish type body. They've got this coming out after the cheeks. I mean, I think that's like a living embodiment of like a bomb chew, and that is absolutely adorable. That is so cool. The Zonai. Spin gear. It's amazing. Spin gear, the spinner Pokemon. I don't know what his connection is with the person who we know is he's this is I think that's the first name time that he's named. Or not like not the first time. Again, I don't want to say it outright, but this person has the same name as someone we've met already. There's a town in Zelda 2 that's named after this person, and he appears in another game. So this is his third or the third appearance of his name. And I don't know. Who could it be? I don't know. That's cute. It's very like creepy looking. It looks like the aliens from Majora's Mask. You know, like these very uh ghostly looking. They've got these long hands. They just kind of float slowly towards the cow barn. But it's very cool. Very the apparition Pokemon. Yep. I mean, very does look very much like an apparition. Oh, Ziwi. Is that like Eslo? Minish bird Pokemon. And it looks very much like what Eslo, because he's Eslo sits on your head the whole time because he gets transformed. Ziwi like to hop on, yeah, on a human's heads and point them where to go. They are very knowledgeable of the forest they reside in. They often seen accompanied by Sentret or and Furret. Oh, so it seems like they have like a pairing, like a understanding going on, and battle ability Shrink. Oh, that's so clever. That's so clever. Also, those make me think of the Kikwi in Skyward Sword, which they are absolutely adorable. And you would think that because they reside in the forest and everything, that they kind of evolved into the Kokiri. Nope. No, they're their own separate. Oh, oh, that's cool. Link, the Zonai sword, the Zonai Pokeball. Ooh, conquer me, daddy. Sonic. Oh, I like Cubchoo. It's pretty cute. Oh, there's the first. There's the first one. That's cool. I mean, very traditional looking Deku scrub. My dad finally came home from getting Ordon goat milk after 17 years. Yeah, 17 years. We have not seen Ganondorf as a villain for 17 years. 17 years. 2006 was the last time we saw Ganondorf as an actual villain. Twilight freaking Princess was the last time we saw this man as a villain. Hyrule and Oddish. Ooh. Okay, so that looks like Sasuke. That looks very much like Sasuke. Okay, and that's the second form. I like that one. It looks more of a traditional Zora. But then with the last one, it's very much like that long fin that they have on their head. But I like that. They look, I don't know if that was their intention, but it looks like Sasuke, like Naruto Sasuke. But that's really cool. Ooh, Master Sword. Oh, that is so cool. I mean, I just keep going and going, and I just keep finding cooler stuff. It's just scrap design. Wow. What is Light Spirit Xerneas? Oh, that is so cool. Xerneas roams the Rodana province fields, protecting it from darkness. Its claws can tear through hatred and malice. That's so, and it's got that is the spirit when in Twilight Princess. There you can see like these orbs, and they're made up. You know, you see the lines and everything. Oh, that is so good. That is so freaking good. Ooh, do they have a Twilight Beast? Hyrulean Solosis. That's adorable. Like I said, I keep Clef Key. I love Clef Key, and that's so clever to have like all the key type things. You got the boss key, and that is, I like Clef Key. Such a simple design. Iron Gotcha. Oh, so okay. Regional legendaries. Grass Psychic. Primordial Trap. Ooh, that's nice. Iron Chomp. Mawile. Mawile's a really cool Pokemon, but I like the fact it's like a chain chomp. Another Mawile. Draconic Maw. Yeah, Mawile is a really cool, strong Pokemon. Oh, nice. But Florage. Hat Peas evolution. Oh, Link's Awakening Pea Hat. Pea Hat. Pixie. That's Pixie can be found anywhere in Hyrule. They are known to heal those who have been weakened from battle. Pixie can always be found at fairy springs where the soothing waters are enchanted by their power. Oh, it's a Bloopy. Before I even saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's a Bloopy. Rablu. Bloopy Pokemon. Battle ability, Pain and Gain. Rablu are found throughout Hyrule's forest, mostly at night or in the early morning. Their bodies store spiritual energy and can be manifested into rupees. It's true. If you play Breath of the Wild and you hit these guys, they drop rupees. They seem to be related to an especially rare Pokemon. Ooh. Like, see, it's like I want to finish the video. My boy just needs a sword. Yeah, just let him get the sword. Wanted to draw Minda, but dragon. Kind of like a Maleficent sort of thing. My Little Ponyta. Ponyta! Oh, little baby Epona. Battle ability, refreshed. Ponyta are very adventurous Pokemon. They gallop through Hyrule's vast fields, searching for a companion to join them on their journey. While not strong enough to be ridden, they still love to tag along. Rapidash. And these are like Hyrule versions. Battle ability, Swift Gallop. Rapidash are finally strong enough to have their companion ride them. They're a very loyal Pokemon, They will come to your aid anytime you call. They are influenced by the power of their rider. Ooh, oh my god. Ganondorf's horse. Phantasmare. Battle ability, Desert's Wrath. While called the Gerudo steed, the Gerudo fear this phantasmal creature as it shrouds itself in sandstorms. Wow, to attack its prey. Some say this is a reincarnation of the Demon King as a horse. That is so cool. That is so freaking cool. Majora Yamask. Battle ability, Wicked Influence. This version of Yamask is a naive spirit that is slowly being corrupted by Majora's Mask. The moment it grasps the mask for 3 days, it warns of the end of time. Majorigus. Battle ability remains. This Pokemon is said to have world-ending power when working with the Moon Pokemon. Despite its strength, it can become stronger by harnessing the power of the Triforce of Power. Gengar's cousin? Ghastly. I love Haunter. Haunter is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Ooh, Stalentom. Battle ability Resurrect. Stalentoms animate the bones of the dead. They often wreak havoc with the skeletons of the deceased. After their carnage, they pass on their life force to fully resurrect them. Nice. Okay, I really have to. We've been going for like 30 minutes now. Ugh. Ugh. Seriously. Seriously, it's so bad. It's so bad. Deku. Deku are a very timid Pokemon. They love to spit Deku seeds at unsuspecting victims that are spying on them, or that they are spying on. They are made of mostly wood and leaves. Battle ability, Deku ammo. Little Skulltula, Spinarak. Oh my god. That's gorgeous. Okay, I seriously have to stop. Like, seriously, it's been like 30 minutes. I'm sure you guys are completely fascinated by all these cool looking Pokemon. But, yeah, see, I was right. It's a Bombchu. I think I got the colors reversed. Yeah, the up here was blue. I think I said up here was like gold or yellow and the rest was blue. Yeah. But either way, I was right about the Pokemon being, you know, a Bombchu. I, Hyrulean Hoot Hoot. Our favorite owl. The Dead Hand. Oh, my god. Reggie Ancient. Seriously? Reggie Ancient. Battle ability. Guardian Beam. Reggie Ancient protects the land of Hyrule from dark threats. It's made of ancient Sheikah technology and often lay dormant in the wild landscapes of Hyrule waiting for its moment to attack. That's really cool. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta, otherwise I'm gonna keep going on forever and it's gonna be like an hour, a 2 hour video. So I'm done. Done. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, if you want to look at all of them, uh Art on Twitter. Check them out. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of interesting, Pokemon, Zelda fusion. So check them out. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.